It is such a beautiful day outside. I'm getting ready to get on my treatment and I'm like, I can't wait till it's over because it is 71 degrees outside. That's insane. But while I'm making coffee here, let me tell you a little bit about the interesting adventure we had last night. So I'm gonna cut away to a clip I took last night and then I'll explain more. Has to go mow log tomorrow. So yeah, it was about 1 a.m. and we were all kind of like winding down for bed, and I heard Pepper like meowing at the wall, and I'm like, what are you doing? I couldn't figure out what she was doing because I didn't look up. When my cat's meowing at the wall, I don't really look up at the ceiling. But she was like meowing at the wall and I was like, what are you doing? So finally I was like looking up and there was this frog right almost on the ceiling, right between the corner of the wall and the ceiling. And I was like, and it was a big frog too. I mean, it was maybe not quite, maybe like the size of my palm, if you will. Like, it was a big frog. And I was like, how did that thing get in here? We have this little tree frog that lives on our sliding glass door. It's lived there for, ever since my sister used to live here, so quite a while. But, like, we've never had a frog get in here, and I don't even, still don't know how it got in here because I don't know how it got through the sliding glass door. But, so I was like, how did that thing get in here? So we couldn't reach it where it was. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna have to leave it. And then I came out here, and I was just sitting out here because I wasn't quite ready to go to bed yet. So I came out to the living room, and the frog comes hopping along down the hallway. I'll show you guys. So he started in my room, which is right there. Then he comes hopping all the way down the hallway and ends up right up here on this wall above this picture. And at that point, Ninja had noticed him because only Pepper had before, and Pepper just kind of gave up. Ninja noticed him and was literally, would not stop trying to climb the wall, and I didn't want scratch marks on the wall, and I also didn't want the frog in the house. I like frogs, but for his sake, he didn't need to be in the house, or Ninja was eventually going to catch him. So I took this bucket and precariously perched myself on it to try and cup the frog with a cup, and what happened was I couldn't quite reach. I was just barely shy of being able to reach him. So I kind of just tapped him with the cup, hoping he would hop in there, but he didn't. He decided to just take a flying leap off the wall instead. So then chaos ensued because he was hopping all around the living room while Ninja was chasing him, while I was trying to cup him to keep Ninja from killing him. So finally I was able to separate Ninja because I kind of got in front of him, and the frog was just sitting on the floor. And in front of her, not him. And the frog was just kind of sitting on the floor. And I just gently walked up to it and then quickly put the cup over it and then slid some paper under it. And then I had the problem of, okay, I'm holding this cup with this paper, and if I let go of either one, the frog's gonna get out, and if the frog gets out, Ninja's probably gonna kill it. So I kind of had to like elbow my brother's door because he was still awake. So I kind of was like elbowing his door to knock on it, and then he opened the sliding glass door and I was able to set the frog free. But it was fun. I'll be honest, it was kind of fun. I was a little bit worried about the poor frog because Ninja was trying to kill it, but Ninja didn't appreciate me either because I was trying to get her back off, so I was spraying her with water, and it was an interesting night. It was like never a dull moment, you know? It's, even in quarantine, things can be crazy sometimes. So let's face it, in quarantine things are crazy. But so yeah, that was our night last night. It was interesting. I was like, I like frogs, so he didn't really freak me out. I liked him. I was like, if a snake ever gets in here, I like snakes, but I wouldn't be catching that. I feel like, I don't know if even if anybody in this house would be willing to catch it. We'd probably like call the wildlife control or something, but a frog, yeah, that's good. So so got the little froggy, big froggy, put him back outside. I think it was a tree frog, with the way that he looked. I'm pretty sure it was a tree frog. So success, happy ending to that story. So now I'm getting ready to get on my treatment and just gonna jam out to some music while I do that, and then head outside because it is such a gorgeous day outside. So hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you guys in a little while. Hey guys, so I finished my treatment, which was kind of hectic because my dad called, and I don't like talking to people while I'm on my treatment because I can't hear them very well. So my dad called, and then my mom called, so I was like on phone calls for like 20 or more minutes before I finished my treatment. It was kind of interrupted, but I finished, and I'm finishing my coffee, and you're gonna have to excuse Panda in the background there. But while I'm finishing up my coffee, before I head outside, because it is gorgeous, I want to get real with you guys for a minute, because last night wasn't just the epic frog adventure. Last night was also pretty rough. I think it was, I am a generally optimistic person. I always like to look on the brighter side of things. I always like to have hope. Like, yeah, this could be over soon, and yeah, hopefully by June, you know, they're saying, you know, maybe hockey can come back, and hopefully by June I can go see my mom and fly again, and hopefully by the end of this month I can go see my sister, and we can go back to church again, and this is gonna be over soon. And I always try to look at, like, the optimistic side of things, like, oh, maybe the world will be better after this. And I think I had to realize for myself last night that I don't have to be optimistic about this all the time. Last night, I think it was just 2 months of frustration coming out all at once, coupled with a couple of other things, and finally I just sat down and I just cried for like an hour. I don't like crying. I don't know if anybody does, but like I said, I always try to stay optimistic and I try to have hope. But I realized last night, I was like, you know what? Tears are okay. We are living in such crazy times, and I don't think it's realistic for us to be happy and, you know, always optimistic at this point in history. And I realized, like, it's okay sometimes if I'm not okay. And I think, like I said, last night was just 2 months of everything coming out, because this is day 54 of quarantine, and honestly, when this started, if you told me it was going to last 54 days and counting, I think I would have lost my mind. And so yeah, I was just like, and also I was like, the two feelings it's not this or this, it can be this and this. And I posted on Instagram and Facebook, I was just like, I can be hopeful and still be sad. I can have happiness and still be anxious. I can be grateful that I'm safe at home, and I can still be frustrated. I can have the two can coexist. And yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know, like, I don't know if I always tend to be the one that's like, yeah, I try to be the strong one. I try to be the one that's always holding it together and being like, you know, being there for others, but I have trouble reaching out to others when I'm struggling. And so I don't know if anybody else out there is like that, and that's why I just wanted to tell you guys for real, like, it's okay if you're not okay. And in the same breath, it's like, it's okay not to be okay, but also don't try to wallow in that. And by that I mean, just don't sit around I don't know how to word this right where it doesn't come out wrong, but don't try to find ways to help when you're not feeling that way. Whether that's reaching out to a friend or family member, or going for a walk in the beautiful sunshine, or sitting with a pet, or whatever it might be. Try to find something that gives you that spark of hope back, because honestly, hope, you know, the old saying, hope is the only thing stronger than fear. And there's a lot of fear right now, but there's also a lot of hope. And so you can have those moments like I did last night, and I'll be honest, somewhat this morning, where you're not okay, and that's okay. But also try to find the things that make you happy, just so that you can keep that hope. However deep down it might be, you can keep that hope there. So yeah, tears are okay. They are part of being human, and I finally had to tell myself that last night. Like, 2 months of not Corona, 2 months of stuff. I mean, just, I had to get off the news. For a while I had to get off Twitter. That's finally normalizing. I don't watch the news at all. I just check the CDC and the Florida stats like once a day. So getting off the news. And I just, yeah, I had to step away from that because it's just so much information that your brain, I think, or at least my brain, is going into like mental overload with anxiety, and I couldn't handle it. So I've just stepped away from all that for now. And I try to focus on the very simple things like sunshine and Panda and a frog in the house. I don't know if that's simple, but so, and even on these vlogs, usually I show my real life. I always do. I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, and that's exactly why I'm not gonna be like, everything's great, today is awesome, you know, like the Lego song, everything is awesome, you know, it's not. We are living in a pandemic, and so I try to show the positive side of my day. I show my real day, but I try to show the positive side of my day because you guys don't need to hear it from me about all the freaking stats. you got the media for that, but I also show the real me, and the real me is sometimes I'm not okay, and if the real you is sometimes you're not okay, then that's okay. So so yeah, I'm gonna go, and music helps me a lot. Whether it's just resonating with a sad song or a hopeful song that brings me joy, music and prayer, and friends and family are what's getting me through this craziness. So, and if you guys, you know, just need somebody to talk to, drop me a comment down below and I'll respond to it, because we all need, in this time that we are socially distant from each other, we don't need to be emotionally distant from each other. So that's just kind of what I felt like today. If anybody else needed to hear that, because I wish I could have knocked that into my head before last night, like, you don't have to be positive all the time. It's a pandemic, you're allowed to feel. So yeah, but now I'm going to go out and take a walk and enjoy this beautiful 70-degree day, because I think it's gonna go back up into 90 tomorrow, and listen to some music and just think. I think I'm just gonna think. Maybe I'm not gonna think. I don't know. Sometimes I wanna think, sometimes I don't wanna think. We'll see what happens. But yeah. So just wanted to share that you guys are not alone in this, whatever you're feeling. I nicknamed this one Fraulein because I'm gonna walk around the island and see if I see it. We had one that was named Fred, and he got too big and he was moved. So I nicknamed this one Fraulein, although I haven't seen it yet. My dad saw it. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if it's in the water right there or if that was like a bird. I don't know. If I see it, I will show you guys. Day. Still trying to spot the alligator. We have a new alligator somewhere. Haven't found him yet. But it is so nice out today. It is not hot. It is not humid. It is literally like perfect weather. We've got a couple of clouds in the sky, but not a lot. I saw something. Yeah, I saw something swimming over here. I don't know what it was though. You see all those fish down there? Big school of fish. I don't know what was swimming over here. I thought maybe it was the alligator, but I don't know. There's something, because the fish are moving. Hey guys, so I actually decided to grab a blanket and just sit out here because it's just so nice. So I have this spot by this tree right by the lake. I'm just gonna hang out. I walked a lap, did a little bit of running. I just really want to chill. This tree has nice shade. I was actually gonna sit under that tree, but there is a lot of birds by it. I don't want to disturb them, so this tree works. Friend coming over here. This is a white ibis, I believe. What's up, dude? Or dudette? I don't really know. He's been sitting over there by that tree with that other bird, and I guess he finally decided, they're cool. I love the birds around here. Hey guys, so I just came back in because more people were starting to congregate and I'm getting hungry, so I decided to come in. Although I might go out again later because I cannot get enough of this weather. It is so nice outside. But also that just did wonders for my mood. I went out feeling a little bit down and came in like I am really happy now. I just sat out there and I watched YouTube and just watched the water and listen to music, and it was just awesome. Like, I'm so thankful for, you know, I could technically do that when it's 90 degrees outside, but it wouldn't be very pleasant, so I'm just thankful for the spring-like weather today. So since I've already recorded so much, I'm gonna go ahead and upload today's vlog, and then eat and maybe play some hockey and just yeah, I just feel so much happier than I did this morning. So with that, thank you guys so much for coming along on my day today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.